Today is my 41st day of eating nothing but watermelon. 41. Yep, that's right. Just had to. Yeah. But so this morning, I did a little detoxing this morning, which was great. Like I always enjoy when I'm detoxing. I was detoxing out of both ends this morning. And the watermelon triggered it. Cause when I got up, like before I had eaten, there was nothing. I had been out in the bush for the past, I think 3 or 4, maybe 5 days, 4 days, whatever, and nights. And you can see I'm at the house now, but I still slept outside. I got a nice setup in the back, and slept outside, woke up, and just sat around, just I'm in my thoughts and stuff. No detoxing going on. I start eating this watermelon, and I start detoxing out of both ends. Nose started running. I had to use the bathroom. So that was great. I always love that process of elimination. That's always a positive sign, a healthy sign that your body is functioning properly. It's all about elimination. What goes in must come out. If it's not coming out, that's a problem. And you need to figure out what's going on. What goes in must come out. It's the shit that don't come out that causes all the health issues. But I wanted to talk about cravings this morning, or on this video, because this morning when I eventually went to the fridge to get this big bowl of watermelon, I felt a craving. And it was small. It was really small. But I felt it. I heard what it communicated. As I was reaching for that watermelon, like it said, I don't want no fucking watermelon. Like I felt that. So, what do you do when you have a craving? You're trying to change your ways. You're trying to change your relationship or develop a relationship with food. Because probably most of what most of us eat is not even food. So I have to say it like that. You're trying to develop a relationship with food. Begin a relationship with food. But what do you do? So before I talk about that, I want us to get on the same page of what a craving is. Right? Because, and hopefully I remember to talk about what do you do, but what is a craving? A lot of people seem to think that cravings is your body's way of communicating with you that it needs a certain nutrient, certain nutrients, certain vitamins, certain minerals, right? It's your body's way of saying, hey, I need some whatever. That's not what a craving is. A craving is a symptom of addiction. Period. That's what cravings are. They are symptoms of addictions. And just pay attention to what you're craving. Like the tiny craving I had this morning, it wasn't for anything healthy. Your body is never going to ask you to feed it something unhealthy. Your body will never ask you to feed it something poisonous, toxic, that's just downright bad for you. That's what addictions do. Addictions don't give a fuck about your health. Addictions are selfish. Addictions only care about itself. heroin addict, fucking meth addict, crack addict, a weed addict. Like whatever it is, whatever the drug is, it's all in the same category. It's all the same thing. It's just different levels, just different degrees of the same shit. Just different degrees of addiction. So this morning, I wasn't craving, I didn't crave anything specific. But it was something heavy. That's all I could discern or pick up. Right? It was something heavy, something starchy. You know, something salty. Something heavy, starchy, and salty. Your body's not gonna ask for no shit like that. That was addiction. And the reason for me the craving was so small is because I beat the addiction. I have my foot on its neck. So it's not, because cravings are usually very demanding and overpowering, overwhelming. Like they force you into submitting to its will, to its desire. Cravings are the addiction telling you to feed it. Craving is addiction saying, feed me, I'm fucking hungry. And what type of shit do you crave? I mean, just next time you have a craving, what exactly are you craving? You ain't craving no fruit. And whatever you craving, I guarantee it's not in its natural state. You're not craving one thing. You're not craving just one thing. You're craving a combination of things. And food combining is a gateway to addiction. Food combining actually feeds addiction. It creates addiction. You're mixing all this shit together. You eat that shit and it's a fucking flavor explosion in your mouth, happening in your mouth, and your fucking pleasure chemicals, the fucking dopamine is being released and going crazy. You're not craving one thing. And, like, what are you craving? Oils, fats, starches, salts, sugars. This is all addiction. Dairy, dead animal flesh, which you don't even like. It's not even the dead animal that you enjoy eating. It's all the shit. All the fucking seasoning and the sauce and all the shit that you put on it to make it taste delicious. I'm just saying. Ain't none of this shit good for you. This is all symptoms of addiction. This is addiction. So that's what's really going on when you're craving. Okay? So then, how do you handle that? What did I do? How do I handle it? See, first you gotta understand, like, the work is not to be done when the craving comes. The work is to be done before the craving comes. Like, you don't prepare for a rainstorm in the rainstorm. You prepare for a rainstorm when you see the forecast and you know a rainstorm is coming, right? So you leave the house, you take an umbrella. So when you're in the rainstorm, you don't get wet. You don't address a roof leak in the fucking rain while you're not gonna get up on a roof in the rain to fix a roof leak. You fix the roof leak when you know you have a roof leak when it's not raining. You go up there and you address that when the weather is sunny and beautiful outside. So when the rain comes, you're ready. And that's how you deal with cravings. Really anything in life. You know it's coming. You put the work in before it comes. So when it comes, you don't get wet. You're prepared. You're ready. So that's the work. And so when you're successful in doing that work in the sunny seasons, when the rain comes, you don't get wet. When the rain comes, the rain is minimal, like whatever it is. So I've done that. And so that's why this craving that I had was really, really small. But you can't underestimate those small cravings, because forest fires start off small, right? They start off as a tiny little flame, a spark, a tiny spark that creates a tiny flame, burns a whole fucking forest. So when I felt that little craving, and what did I do? When that craving said, I don't want no fucking watermelon, what did I do? I ate watermelon. And that's my way of telling that craving to shut the fuck up. We're eating watermelon. You don't call the shots no more. I'm calling the shots now. You're not on the throne no more. I am. You're not driving no more. I am. You're not in control no more. I am. You don't have shit to say no more. Excuse me. You don't have any power no more. You've been stripped of all your power. Right? So that's how I dealt with it. Like, it was super minimal. I started eating the watermelon. Like, it went away like immediately. And it was honestly, it was barely detectable. But it was detectable. I did notice it. But it was nothing like what it used to be. Because shit, when that shit used to happen before, I'm going to the vegan spot. I wouldn't even fight it. But that's another video. Maybe I'll get into why I wouldn't even fight it. But I was fighting. I wasn't fighting the craving. I was fighting a different type of way, which is kind of what I just talked about. But yeah, so I'm not trying to make this video too long, but that's it. So day 41, and I fucking feel great, man. I feel fantastic. Like, it's really incredible. But I'll see you on the next video.